I want to see another. I've got Shiv Vishwanathan with me now. I want to see another.
No. Let me complete.
Yes, I want to see another alternative, because in case Modi doesn't want to deal with Mamta and Mayawati, what else are his options? Because he already has the Shiv Sena, he has the Akalis, he has Bishnoi. Now let's see, he can get the TRS. The TRS will be willing to support him, as also the BJD.
Yeah.
The BJD would be willing to support him. We've got, in any case, he's got the Swabhimana Paksha, which is with him. In any case, how else can he form the government? He's at 235. Can he form the government still? He's got Chandrababu Naidu who can come in and support him. Chandrababu Naidu. So if he doesn't get one of those three big ladies, either Jayalalitha, Mamta Banerjee or Mayawati, it's a little tricky. He's still at 243. He really needs those. Samajwadi Party, but then Samajwadi Party needs Muslim support, so they're not going to come across and support him. What else are his options?
See, I think there are two options.
Yes.
I call the first one the pound of flesh model. Even poor Shylock wouldn't have asked for war. Three Devis pummeling Narendra Modi. I think history would have been vindicated by them. Otherwise, you have the fractional mathematics model, which gives him a lot of power, but to a certain extent, it doesn't seem a convincing victory.
Ravi Shankar Prasad, which is preferable? You bring these smaller parties with 6, 6, 7, 7 seats, or do you bring in one of the big three parties or two of those big three parties who, as Shiv Vishwanathan says, will demand their pound of flesh and much more?
First of all, let me tell you what I was going to say earlier, which you interrupted me in between. There are basically two political premises in India. One is anti-Congress, pro-Congress. Second is secular communal divide.
One Devi.
And both these premises keep on changing their color depending upon the pure arithmetic of result. If the BJP is going to get what you are projecting today, let me assume for the sake of argument only that, then it will be an indication that anti-Congress BJP has completely decimated Congress. Then all the anti-Congress forces in their respective states will prefer BJP as a pole of stable government at the center. That's the first thing I would like to say. Second is, a lot of smaller parties are there. Rahul, please don't forget, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee had only 3 partners in 1996, which became 22 in 1998, which became 26 in 1999. Therefore, for you calling them the 3 ladies, I think they are senior leaders. At least give us that respect to them, that they are eminent leaders in their own right.
Oh, absolutely.
Instead of calling them 3 ladies will not be fair.
No, absolutely. There's no disrespect meant to any of these leaders, because they are very strong, very successful.
Leaders, and they deserve, regardless of our political opposition, they deserve the full respect.
Oh, absolutely. No, but you don't have any political opposition. You could soon have them in your camp, Ravi Shankar Prasad. That's what the electoral mathematics seems to indicate.
What I am trying to highlight is, depending upon the way election results come about, and even if they are going to be finally what you are projecting today, it will not be difficult to get support to cross the magic number of 272 plus. But again, I tell you initially, the mood of the country is for a decisive change, and Mr. Rahul Kanwal, let me tell you on your channel today, the result in favor of BJP is going to be not only surprising, but also astonishing.
You're saying surprising but also astonishing. I want Veer Sanghvi to tell us which one do you think is the better option. Let me just, for the sake of this Insta trackpad and the little game that we've got going, see if the Congress can in any way be a part of a government. And let's just see if the numbers work out. Let's assume that they get a third front type situation going, where you've got BSP, you've got TMC coming in. If you just add all of this up, you're still at 139. Let's see if he can. He can't get the left and this one together. Let's add but you can't get BSP and SP together. You can't get either way. Even if Jayalalitha comes in, let's see, we can put the YSR Congress in over here. That takes it up to 181. You can put the TRS over here. That takes it up to 194. The BJD takes it up to 207. You can take the RJD, which takes it up to 218. Arvind Kejriwal is with the Congress at Delhi, so that could be replicated at the center. That takes it up to 228. How else? Well, no matter how you do the maths, unless you know, people who are opposed to each other, like the left and Mamta, willing to be on the same bed, you simply are not being able to form the government, and that is the reality. That without
This is a chromatic mathematics.
Yes.
It is made up of so many fragments, you wonder whether they'll ever add up.
no, they don't add up. Even
Yeah.
when you try and add them up, it doesn't reach
Yeah.
272.
Yeah.
So the only real option, and that's the message that's also going out, is if BJP comes into the center of an NDA-led government, and that's the big message going out from this poll, Ravi Shankar Prasad.
Yes, it is. I'm only coming to that. And let me analyze a little more of this whole third frame, jumbo savari, if I can call that. Will Mulayam Singh Yadav and Mayawati sail together? Will Lalu Prasad and Nitish Kumar sail together? Will Mamta ji and left sail together? Will DMK and AIDMK sail together? Now this I am telling you. Therefore, when the moment you put a bracket the rest, you are being grossly unfair to them. There is clash of ambition, there is arrogance. Who will be the leader? Mulayam Singh, Mayawati, Jayalalitha ji, Mamta ji, Nitish Kumar, Ramvilas Paswan. Therefore, people are fed up with that. And I would request you, the people have travelled far wide. Rahul, a seasoned anchor like you need to also think beyond the conventional analysis of third front and the rest. Indian politics has travelled beyond. But yes, coming to that point, assuming for the sake of argument, though not conceding, the results are going to be as it is. A lot of non-Congress forces would jump to support the BJP for the sake of a stable government and also in protest against the mess they have left for the country. And
Okay.
let me tell you, most of the political formations who are going to contest the elections have stopped talking in very hard expressions against Narendra Modi. Have you noticed that?
That's a fair point. I want to
In my
ask
state of
Ashutosh
Bihar.
that question. You know, there are a lot of people who believe, Ashutosh, that Modi needs to apologize for the riots. People believe that he's a communalizing force. But if you look at the answers in this opinion poll, the people who believe Modi needs to apologize, that percentage is coming down. And that is the reality, Professor Chinoy. In all those questions, Modi seems to have become central to this election, and for a while there was a balloon called Kejriwal which was thrown up in the air. That balloon hasn't landed within the boundaries of the electoral arithmetic that we are seeing.
Well, listen, I'm just making this point because it's a technical point, but I don't think it affects Modi as a prime ministerial candidate. There's also another charge of snooping, which has got play in the press.
No, but people have considered all of this when they come to their conclusion.
No,
and when
I
they decide
think
how
that
they
is
want to
why I
vote.
think basically what has happened over time, and Vajpayee played a very major role in this, that the BJP has grown as an individual party and it has become more acceptable for whatever reasons to parties that were earlier considered quite secular. For example, Trinamool Congress and so forth. So in this situation, and by the way polls go, if as Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad says, that there has been an increase in the BJP strength over each poll, then there may be no problem at all. 188 may become
But that's the
198.
other reality, Veer Sanghvi,
Yeah.
that when people see a particular leader or party come to power, that person in the recent elections that we've seen gets more seats, more votes than most of these polls pick up.
Possibly. On the other hand, in the last two parliamentary elections, the Congress's vote has been consistently underestimated by all pollsters. So when it comes to polls, I'm an agnostic. For the purpose of this argument, I'm assuming this poll is accurate. But remember, the last two general elections, the polls have been wrong. So that's worth keeping in mind. Also, let's remember that should the Modi government come about, and this poll suggests it does, the big issue will be, can Modi manage a coalition? This is a man who in Gujarat, in managing his own government, his own ministry, has been, for want of a better term, dictatorial or assertive. He is no Vajpayee who can bend, who can placate, who can cajole, who can compromise. This is a man who's quite strong in his own views and quite assertive. Will he be able to manage?
Those are
the
important questions, and we'll ask Ravi Shankar Prasad to answer them. Can he run a Vajpayee-like coalition? Can he placate? Can he cajole? What are the big takeaways from the India Today Mood of the Nation opinion poll?